All right, so let's move on then from that topic, and let's move on to the big announcement for this WAN show.
Oh my goodness, I'm actually so excited.
LTX 2019.
Woo!
The details are somewhat coming together.
Yeah.
July 27th and 28th.
2 days.
Whoa, what? Last year, we had other creators there, like, crawling out of the woodwork. No, we had Steve from Gamers Nexus. We had Jay's two.
So, yeah, it's going to be real good. Did you go through the whole thing already?
Not yet. Actually,
Most of it.
I haven't even talked about one of the things that Luke is gonna like
Wait,
flip his
what?
wig over. So it looks like there's a chance, and we basically, when this guy reached out, this guy's vintage PC collection is nuts.
Oh, dude.
Like, go check his channel out.
I was like just
Act the
moving over.
cuckoo, or whatever.
I don't know how to
care.
pronounce
you
it,
pronounce that.
honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The point is, his vintage PC collection is insane. And as soon as this guy reached out, I was like, Colton, you cover this man's travel, you cover this man's transportation for his collection.
Props to him. He's like, I'll bring everything. I'm gonna bring all of it, everything. The guy's got like so many different PCs and
switch my screen
systems and
to
stuff like that. So
Luke's
Even
checking
just
this
looking
out.
at his channel, just
Yeah.
the thumbnails on his channel, it's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
yeah,
Jeez.
so we're figuring that out.
So basically we've just kind of gone, okay, here's like thousands of dollars worth of booth space. Here's thousands of dollars worth of expense transporting all this stuff. We don't even care. Just do it. Come on up here. Like we want it to be really, really community driven, really collaborative. Really excited.
That's really cool.
The CNC demo is not confirmed.
All right, hello there. This is July 23rd, day -4 for LTX. I just went and, I guess there's no way to flip the camera around, so I'm gonna have to do this, and picked up a rental van for the trip. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. I get to drive this 3,200 miles from Phoenix, Arizona to Vancouver, British Columbia. So it is a Ford Transit van, I don't know what year, and yeah, I'm gonna be putting a lot of vintage computers in here. In the van, it is currently running. I have it in reverse because I've never experienced a vehicle with a backup camera, and I've seen a lot of car reviews of the Chevy Bolt or Volt, whichever one it is. They have stupid names. And I gotta say, I really hate the refocusing of your eyes to a display up here. That's really bad because approximately the same distance happens in the rear mirror as to in front of you. So yeah, But this will be a view I get to see about 54 hours of as I drive to and from Vancouver. Oh yeah. All right, loading has commenced. There is the first row of stuff, and there is plenty of space left to go. Give you an idea, I can lay down in this area, and I'm 6'2", and I don't even come close to hitting that wall. So, got a lot of room here. I should be able to fit everything without any problem at all. Drive day 1 down. That's 800 miles, and I'm now in Idaho. Not here to watch potatoes grow though, just overnight. Probably gonna be leaving really early in the morning. And there's the bed, and oh boy, am I ready to sleep. So that's the end of LTX day -3. So yeah, see you tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be getting there in time to do some setup. So I'm going to try and get an early start so I can get to LTX, because apparently you could set up your booth 2 days before the event and not just 1 day before the event like I thought. So I'm trying to make up a little extra time so I can have more time to set up the event booth space. All right, I'm off to my early-ish morning start. Really bad headaches plaguing me. Sleeping prevented me from getting up when I really wanted to, so I'm about an hour and a half late now. Well, I just stopped at a gas station so I could get some real coffee instead of the brown water from the hotel. And I had a horrible realization that I left my 5150 at home. Oops. So I haven't really mentioned this on the channel, but I'm actually sharing the booth space with another person who's in Canada, and they are running Disappearing Ink, and I believe they rent out computers as props. So I'm going to ask them when I get there if I can borrow one, because I think they're likely to have one. And I just need any 5150 with 256K of RAM and a CGA card. So, because it's King's Quest 2 booter, so that will probably be fine. For now, though, I'm currently in the truck stop, rest stop area still. I'm going to go ahead and uncover everything I have in the back. I had it all covered for the hotel stays because I'm going to be going through border crossing, and I'm sure they're not going to want to have to lift all the blankets out of the way, so I should get that done. But yep, this is Boise, Idaho. I started out this morning in Twin Falls. I did make it into Canada just fine. Stuff kind of moved a little fast after that, so I forgot to do one of these videos. But I've already been to the convention center. This is the morning after, and yeah, I figured I'd just wait until I woke up the next day to do a video, because it was the next day, no matter what. I didn't get back to a hotel until over midnight. So, but apparently it's the kind of day where I get nothing but decaf coffee in the hotel room, so yay to that. Oh, and they covered the outlets, and I didn't notice that until just now, because it was, again, midnight, and I was tired when I got back. So, yep, today, more event setup, and I'll show you what's going on so far. Everything's out of the boxes already, so it's just set up now. Today I need to get everything connected, power, peripherals, all that stuff, and then setting stuff up and then figure out how I'm getting a 5150 going. So apparently Mark's going to be able to let me borrow one, but it's out of a pallet of broken ones and I have to make one work. So a challenge. All right, here we have the booth. I'm still getting set up. There's stuff, but yeah, it's coming along. It's getting really well put together here. Like I said, I still need to put some stuff away, and this isn't the full actual walkthrough of everything that's going on here, so I need to print out a lot more tags on that for calculators and a couple other things. I'm actually just typing everything out on the wheel writer for all the tags like these. Now these are just typed on the wheel writer, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh, so yeah, forgot the 5150. Still need to get that figured out. This thing, I'm now getting concerned about burn-in because it turns out pole position doesn't have any flash screens or anything, so it just stays there. Mac Classic's a little dark. I need to try playing with the wheels for adjusting image. Where are they at? Oh, maybe that's not that. C64 died because it's a C64. The Coco's doing good. It's got the horrible trackball, which I'm concerned about people not knowing how to use with that, so that's cool. HP86, no science demo, but yeah, I'm not making this the tour of what everything's doing. But, you know, we can just quickly go through. I brought that, just got that out. I need to write a tag for this. Obviously, this just came from the mail video, but yeah, that's cool because it's from 1992. It's actually earlier than the Apple Newton, so that's kind of cool. And the whole theme of this is everything that existed before smartphones. So yeah, like I know people are going to comment about the Vita. That's representing dedicated video game portables. So yeah, lots of cool stuff going on here. Wow, that CRT is wigging out. It's not actually, obviously. So yep, it's going really well. I forgot a 9 volts negative center positive or power supply for the mixer there, so that I haven't covered in how my MIDI setup works. So only SC55, which is unfortunate because I have a little tag here saying you can switch between the SC55 and the MT32, but I'll probably get that working. The oh man, this is really frustrating. So this DOS VR computer is the Cyrix 6X86 board and everything, board and chip I was sent. And the CMOS battery, which is in this VIA Dallas chip knockoff, has gone bad. So this isn't holding CMOS settings, which is a problem because this thing defaults to booting off drive A instead of the hard drive first. So I can't actually get it to boot now. So that's cool. And then we have the twin wins. I literally just thought of that. I'm sure that's not surprising. So, yeah, that's gonna be cool. This might actually be the last time the old 98 PC gets any action. So, oh well, we'll look more at these later. That's a video project I want to do sometime. So, yeah, it's looking really good. I brought some tools just in case I need to set some stuff up. Here we have some more things, and then, well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, it's going well. I have a game shelf here. People can see what big box PC games are like now, but yep, LTX is all getting set up and starting to come together. So, all right.
No.
Crap. Yeah, and the edges of mine.
So, this is the booth at LTX 2019. I got a lot of stuff set up here. It was a long trip and a lot of work, but very worth it. A lot of people are coming by and enjoying these things. So, let's take a look at some of the stuff I have set up right now. So, I have these kind of laid out by decades. So, first up we have the 70s. So, we have the Commodore PET, of course. Then coming along, I have something I haven't really covered, an Apple IIe Platinum here. Then another thing I haven't really covered, an Atari 400, and these are all, again, just set up for people to play. My 5150 was missing in action. I left it at home, so I made it a kind of impromptu display and set up the Model F keyboard from that, the Model M I brought, and the IBM Personal Wheel Writer that can act as a printer, and I have it just set up so people can come by and try it out. Then over here, I have a display of all the different kinds of storage media that there has been that people will be mostly familiar with. Obviously, there's more like tape drives and that kind of stuff, but this was mostly just stuff people would actually know. Along the back wall, which is a little crowded, so we won't go ahead and do that. Give me one more here. Bingo. Having to do that a lot at the event. We have the compact portable running pole position. We have the Mac Classic 2 running Spectre. The Commodore 64 running Platoon. The disk drive is being a bit finicky, so I have help from another group that is setting up vintage computers at the exhibit Disappearing Ink. So I'm very thankful that they've helped out with that. I have Coco 3 here, something else I haven't really covered. There's lots of computers out there. And the HP 86B on this wall, or A, sorry, rounds off that. The game discs I have perished the last night. It was working the last 2 days I had it set up, and then they failed. Here we have a little display of different kinds of devices that were kind of depreciated by smartphones and other kinds of things, and this is kind of a history of everything that went into making smartphones. Along this table we have a bunch of different calculators, ranging from handhelds going to the desktop units. Now, up along the front, something that's been getting a lot of attention, video phones that are set up, one on either side here. You can come along and just press a button and it will send your picture to the other phone. On the front here, the Sharp PC7000 running VET. That one's just right there in the front. My apologies. Along this side, after some difficulties, I have 2 examples of new games that are released for old computers, and then Hydro Thunder because I like that game. On the other wall here, we have, I believe it's now working, a 4-way Quake 3 Arena LAN party with 2 Windows 98 PCs, the new Windows 98 PC and the old one, and then Disappearing Ink has 2 iMac G3s that are, so all of that is going at once. Here we have the eyeglasses headset set up. Anyone can come along and use it. You can easily see inside there are displays that are active. I don't know how well that'll come across. I'll cut some footage in. Over here we have the 486 running Doom with the SC55. And then lastly, big area, the Windows XP computer, a Windows 7 computer with a QX9650, and the iMac G4. So much stuff. So that's pretty much everything that's going on at the booth at LTX. There is a whole lot going on that I have to keep track of while this is going, but it's been a lot of fun and a lot of people have been learning things. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'll see you later. So what was the first computer you used?
I think the first computer I used was the home computer I had with my family. It was like probably some Windows 98 machine.
Okay.
And I mostly used it to play computer games.
All right.
Yeah, that would be an old Dell. I forget the model. It was like it was like a 2000 and probably 4
So
Dell.
it's running Windows XP?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything new you learned here or found interesting?
I didn't really know that there were like video phones that just sent a picture.
All right.
I guess those were kind of ahead of their time.
All right.
How the older ones, keyboards actually feel like what the new ones we're trying to emulate pretty much. Which is weird to me, but like, yeah, because I do enjoy mechanical keyboards, but I never realized just the older keyboards are pretty much exactly what we're trying to get with the newer one.
What do you think about the computer you've been using here?
I've used plenty of these computers here, but for some reason the 70s and the 80s computers kind of scream like old to me.
Yeah.
And I wish I knew how to use BASIC because like that's what all these computers use. But I just kind of like the screens of old computers for some reason.
What was your favorite thing on display here and why?
Probably the Atari 800.
All right.
I was just like, again, I'm more at the game console that I've seen. Like that is like something I've heard of, but I've never actually had the pleasure of actually playing or playing around with. So that's probably it.
My favorite display, I honestly can't pick because there's so many of these old computers that are so like. Okay, I can't call these nostalgic because I never used one before, but like I just seen them in like old videos or movies, and I guess they're cool.
All right. And then, is there something else you would like to see in a setup like this?
I'd love, so there's a typewriter over there, but I'd love to see, what's it called? Like a console that prints instead of onto a screen, like an actual terminal.
Okay.
That would be super cool because like I've seen videos of people hooking up Raspberry Pis to those terminals, and like I really want to just try using a terminal like that.
All right, it is the end of LTX 2019 and everything's getting packed up now. It has been an amazing experience. I'm really thankful that they had me out here. It was really awesome. If you guys had a chance to come here and check out the booth, I know I met some of you here. It was a lot of fun. I hope that this was a fun experience for anyone who went and that I hopefully got a little bit of it on film to make it interesting. So I'll see you later. That was a lot. I tried to remember to shoot video while I was at LTX, but once I set foot in Canada, 3 days passed by in what felt like 3 hours. Pretty much everything that I shot, I ended up putting in this video, so there's not a lot left that I can show. Originally, I wanted to do a separate walkthrough video of the whole booth, but I didn't have enough time to get that done, and I ended up doing one before the show started with Gamers Nexus, and that one ended up really good. I highly recommend you check that one out. All of the footage I shot for my version of that I ended up putting in this video, so it wasn't really enough to stand up on its own. Now, the day after LTX, I headed out and made the same drive back, split over 2 days, just like the first time. The whole drive both ways went surprisingly well, except for one problem that happened in Ely, Nevada, 600 miles from home. The phone I was using for Google Maps died completely. Not dead battery, just broken. And I had to use a laptop to download a PDF version of the maps directions and then navigate by that, which delayed me about an hour and a half, getting me home at 10:30 p.m. at night. In the middle of the news-worthy thunderstorm. So that was fun. From here, I figure I should go back over some of the stuff I went rather quickly through at the beginning of this video and do a simple Q&A answering some of the questions I've received. So let's start with probably the biggest one. How did I get involved with LTX? After the WAN show announcing LTX 2019, I really just emailed them through the form they put up on the LTX website. After the holidays passed by, I got an email back from Colton saying that they would love to have me there. Why on earth did I drive everything to Canada? When I first sent the email, I figured they wouldn't want more than 3 computers, and I started to kind of mentally design how I was going to pack them, building up a little crate and everything, but after we got to talking, the booth layout ended up growing more and more complex, and very quickly it became apparent that the only sensible, safe way to get all of these computers transported was for me to personally drive them there. It just would have been too expensive and risky to ship everything, so getting everything there myself in a van was the most sensible option. What was the money situation? I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this, and I'm not even fully aware of all the details, but it wasn't cheap for me to go. But my travel was covered by LMG, like Linus said in the WAN show.
You cover this man's travel?
What was with the booth being split? After the details for my booth started coming together, Colton had received an email from a local company, Disappearing Inc., who reached out about also having a vintage computer booth at LTX. So Colton asked if we could do a collaboration or something, and I said sure. There were a few possible layouts for our spaces, but in the end we went with one that was split. On paper it seemed good, but in person everything was kind of confusing for a lot of people. This is probably not something that we would do again. Separate spaces would have made a lot more sense. Did I meet anyone from LMG? I actually met and talked with a few people from LMG. Anthony, Nick Light, and Alex I all had conversations with, and I did the VR escape room with Alex and Linus. But really, the biggest thing that stood out to me was I had a bunch of people from LMG help me out with packing after the event closed. Alex, Edsel, Riley, Yvonne, and Linus all helped me get my stuff packed up. And I also have to give a special shout out to Colton and Stephanie, who made LTX a great experience, not only for the attendees, but the exhibitors like myself. Now that the whole thing's over, I'm a bit disappointed, but also relieved. I'm hesitant to say that it was fun, because it was mostly just a lot of work, but it was very enjoyable and rewarding. And from what I've heard from attendees, it was a lot of fun for those who were able to come to the booth. I'm extremely grateful that I was given this opportunity to display at LTX. I learned a lot from this experience, and it was all new to me. And I'm definitely up for more. Well, that's pretty much everything. I hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at making all of this happen for me to display at LTX. If you want to support the channel, I am on Patreon. But for now, that's it. It's been about a month since I've had a good night's sleep, and I've got some catching up to do. I'll see you next time.